How to deal with addictive habits. So you've come to the faith, spent some years learning and understanding, and now your knowledge has increased with wisdom or deception. You see, as we progress through our walk, we grow in discernment and holiness through the word. But as much as that could be a good thing, it's equally just as dangerous. How? We only need to look into things that's happening on a daily basis. You got bank robberies, home invasions, car thieves, stolen art from museums, and many similar types of unlawful acts. And I'm not talking about the people who do these impromptu acts, but rather the more carefully planned acts of sin. And the reason why I share that is because sometimes what we do in our walks is that we get bored and lack in purpose. And then we hijack the word of God to justify things that we pick up along the way. Addictive habits. Or maybe just never gave up. For example, we can't see ourselves progress in our walk because we are still so tied to things that take our time and have turned from something that could help you be productive to an addictive habit. From laptops to eating, on the opposite side, gyms, board games, and the biggest culprit of them all, your mobile phone. So how do I deal with it? First thing, acknowledge it. You've got to come to grips with the fact that you spend an unhealthy amount of time on what you're addicted to. And you've got to recognize that it's consuming you. 2 Corinthians chapter 2 verse 11 says, "Lest Satan should take advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices." They say ignorance is bliss. Well, it could lead you to sin. Number 2, seek counseling. It's one thing to acknowledge that you need help, but people tend to stay silent in their issues. Proverbs chapter 18 verse 1 says, "A man who isolates himself seeks his own desire. He rages against all wise judgment." It's because we know that we need to talk to someone about it, which means we're going to need to confront it. And sometimes with a heaviness in our heart, those things are so hard to talk about because we're so caught up in it. Number 3, implementation. 2 Corinthians chapter 13 verse 5 says, "Examine yourselves to see if your faith is genuine. Test yourselves. Surely you know that Jesus Christ is among you. If not, you have failed the test of genuine faith." You've got to be willing to be challenged. And usually when we are challenged, it's most likely because it involves change. Test yourself to see if your faith is genuine. How do you test? If you cut off these addictions, will it cause you to stray away from the faith? And last of all, consistency. Learn to stay diligent in the task that you're implementing, especially if you're replacing an addictive habit with something that's more productive to your walk. Galatians chapter 6 verse 9 says, "And let us not be weary in well doing, for in due season we shall reap if we faint not." Be blessed.